Sun Law is a place where people live for a long time. Of 12 ethnic groups, among the uniqueness of these 12 ethnic groups, these are very common traits. It's an assignment between cultures. Coming to Sun Law, we can not only see a majestic mountain area, but also discover the unique cultural values of the peoples of the Northwest region. Attractive swirls. Liquor needs to be ecstatic and drunk. Flames flickering, and sweet voice of young girls in the profession of sun quack. That tradition, Sun Law is also a water-resistant city, known for the greatest construction work in Vietnam, make a great contribution to the development, modernizing the country's Sun Law hydropower project. Sun Law hydropower project with 6 units, each group is 400 instant noodles for the total work. Then it sings with a concrete dam with a length of 61 meters high, 138 meters is eating the river to create a reservoir bed. Think of that 9.3 billion cubic meters of water as a clean energy source for this huge power generation system. Hello ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Sun Law Palace I saw now can be the largest hydroelectricity in Vietnam in terms of both scale and technology to achieve this. The first thing we have to talk about is the choice of the location of the dam. Let's find out why the dam is located like this. Soon to see the effect from the Da River. Since the 1960s, the Soviet Union helped Vietnam to develop a plan on irrigation to exploit hydropower on the Da River system, and also laid out some of the routes. The start of Sun Law hydroelectricity was expected by Soviet experts, located at Bun Sun Law, about 5 kilometers downstream from the current dam. This place meets the conditions of shipping. Traffic is pretty good. Convenient construction site. Weaknesses. Geography is not yet. And there is one factor that makes this option not selected. That is, if you choose a route located in your home, then when the reservoir water is raised, we'll see you all, Muang La Town, and have to relocate 1,500 more households. The next solution is us. Must choose to go upstream, Tra Vinh area. The location of the route that we can choose now, it is the Vinh phase line, called Hoa Vinh 2. Line Paris. Okay then. The block. 55. A special 04. 45,695. 004. No higher thinking. 46,719 is geological basalt rock. Geophysics van. Then determine that area, if it says earthquake, then just biggest. In terms of geography, being the 32 is the best. After analyzing, we find that the advantages of Hoa Vinh 2. From a purely technical perspective, it achieves the requirements of placing the child in a good location enough to fully arrange items such as dam full of shade, hydropower plants, concrete batching plant area. Sunless foundation is completely on a solid rock foundation. Is very good about geology. With this feature, it allows us to choose the option heavy concrete dam. With the weight of the concrete dam itself on top of the bedrock, it will be strong enough to hold. That is also the nature of gravity concrete dams. When studying and comparing the setting of gravity, it was found that Gravity dam at Param Line 2, having the best economic criteria, is the most reasonable investment cost to reduce construction time due to vertical pilot is more convenient. Remove the gifts that need to be smashed. Technological solutions at Sun Law hydropower plant have so far become popular applications. Done. If you go back more than 10 years, those initiatives all are new, first applied in Vietnam. Then convert from traditional concrete to roller compacted concrete. Revolution in Vietnam. So why is there a concept of compacted concrete and ordinary concrete? Conventional concrete is also known as vibrating compacted concrete. When constructing vibrating concrete, use a hand vibrating compactor to compact the concrete. If this method is used, the water content of the concrete takes a lot to work. As for the compacted concrete, the solution is like making a concrete road and then using a car. Lubricant, so no need to use a lot of water, just enough moisture to ensure the hydrolysis of. Usually, then the concrete grade increases with the amount of cement. With the same amount of cement, roller compacted concrete will give a higher grade. So maybe we can say that it has the advantage over there. For us to understand that in order to achieve a label that above, for example, in Sun Law concrete, we can achieve the marks of 224. Then we use an amount of cement. There is only 63 K. While concrete usually we have to use over 200. In ordinary concrete, due to the large amount of cement that requires a lot of water, the cement hydration reaction produces a large amount of heat. The most difficult problem is dealing with thermal stress. That is also the cause of concrete cracking. But when using roller compacted concrete structure, the problem of thermal stress is overcome with much less cement. Therefore, the heat generated is also less than that of ordinary concrete. It's a whole study to prove. 118 08 36,863 08 43,007. Sun Law Hydroelectricity just worked seriously on science and finally approved the roller compacted concrete plan and attached it to milestone record numbers. And one of them, it's me, behind me. It is about 90 high and applied roller compacted concrete technology. What time is a fairly new technology? It plays a key role in promoting progress, passing the next. In most hydroelectric projects, the first step is to lead the river to another stream. In 2003, we carried out diversion channel reversal, concreting, and build key dike to control the flow into the diversion channel. At Sun Law hydropower plant, Sun Law's introductory sutra is not simply an introduction, which is later used to lay on it. Next to the channel, there are drains diversion. Leaving a small amount of water will allow water to flow through those to vary current drains to treat the economy. The latter is a concrete foundation. When control the water in the deco, we started dredging the riverbed, go to the rock part. Depending on the bedrock layer, tough. But the natural nature of the rock layer is inside the rock. There are still a lot of cracks. Therefore, it will have to drill a lot of roots. Concrete grouting drilling to recoat it all. At the rock floor, the entire stone floor is sprayed with concrete mortar into a relatively solid block. When finished processing, is it possible to plant and pour concrete? Pouring concrete factory. Pour concrete on the side of the dam. Pouring pure concrete. Equipment installation and operation. That is the basic process to complete Sun Law hydropower plant. Sun Law hydroelectric power plant project viewed from the downstream shows an overall structure. On the right bank is the entire flood discharge works including 12. Followed by waterfall and simulation. The Tooth Dam has a roof thanks to the large steps standing taller than a 30-story house. Upstream State Gate with 6 giant pipelines through the dam to the downstream side, bringing water to the factory. 167. 011, 38,623. Calculations, 39,903.7 million with cubic a large meters. Volume of construction. Traditional concrete pouring technology. I call concrete CVC. Unable to meet the requirements. Progress. Using roller compacted concrete technology led to success beyond the progress of the project. Each pour layer has a thickness of about 70 centimeters of the entire dam surface. To compensate the amount of fines due to cement, increased strength and waterproofing of the added roller compacted concrete mix. Filler for flying, a very important factor. Blending is an important raw material in roller compacted concrete. All collected from thermal power plant waste. Material. In compacted concrete, Sun-Law Hydroelectric Dam, it can be said that it is a tireless effort of scientists. Many solutions to collect magnetic flywheels for thermal power plants wholesale, such as electric excitation filter. Project management. Also the person, right, choose, find the job, to recruit, got the game. I take the exam. If it's normal concrete, then a poured block, only up to 200 meters, 300, straight block. But for compacted concrete, there are some time. 1. Finance is like that, so it accelerates. All right, go ahead. Due to the characteristics of Sun-Law hydropower plant, it is a machine setup behind the body of the dam, so from the gate of the state, the water is from above, tan lap, leads to tassels. This water line is a system of 6 steel pressure pipes. According to the design calculation standards of the Moscow Institute of Hydraulics, the pressure pipe consists of modules welded together, and after welding each of these pipes will be pumped 7 cubic meter of water and compression at a pressure of 10 on each side maintained for 72 hours. To test the durability, water leakage of pressure pipes if following this method is extremely expensive and not feasible to complicated engineers on site. Invested intellectual effort and choose a solution. 228. 014 to 22,463 and increased 23,999. Termite quality. Checked weld quality. Success for Unit 1. Pressure pipeline. It is then applied to the remaining 5 pipelines. And to this moment, in 5 years of luck, then the quality of sugar is still guaranteed to be true. Leakage. Sun-Law hydropower plant is famous for being ahead of schedule and completed almost 3 years early. One of the factors that creates success is the initiative to change the assembly technology process, which specifically working on these giant vanes. The total weight of the vane installation is up to 17,000 tons. Then, an experienced pusher from a power construction consulting company has come up with a solution. That's when the concrete was poured, only up to the height of 162 meters. How far did a lame-foot gate be built? Try the door to always go there as a 2-in-1 mat. Thanks to that, it shortened the time to nearly 2 years. The initiative was of Mr. Nguyen Ba Tan, very good expert, and has many great contributions to Sun-Law hydropower. Among the home-assembled devices, Sun-Law hydropower there are a number of devices that are considered super heavy. For example, shooting turbines, working wheel, variations. And here, as one of 6 transformers, it has a weight of up to 280 tons. How can it be brought here? It's a very interesting story that we will learn together. Husband of all the super heavy boss lawsuits, Biggest difficulty, not to mention it's a transformer, weighs 280 tons. Transporting up to Sun La is already too hard, but the gateway to death with the carriers. It's Muang La again. The bridge is nearly 1 kilometer with ranges, hundreds of meters soft, easy to sag, broken. The bridge only allows vehicles with a tonnage of 40 tons to pass. So because the flag broken bridge is very big. The solution is to create a transport complex nearly as long as the length of the bridge. Then design a special load distribution beam placed on top so that the weight of the package spreads evenly over more than 100 wheels, 280 tons upwards. Then each pier, each bar, all are divided into finance will avoid the risk of bridge collapse. Design the masterful trailers, 50, longer than 60. Let the pillow be good. Bridge hat, no collapse under the blowing condition. Do not blow too much. A second, and must check. Hammock of the two bridge ends. Be sure to stay within the allowable limit. And through the process, before you dare to go through, 18 pieces of super equipment, super, 16 super heavy, 303, 017, 41,631, 017, the device is 43,000. The story of the device's weight seems to be arrived at the site safely when constructing Sun La hydropower plant. With a unique capacity of 400 MPa, biggest ever in Vietnam. The unit's rotor weighs up to 1,000 tons. How to lift this huge rotor block? It must be placed in the engine compartment with a tolerance of a millimeter. Picture is better than 1,000 pounds hanging by a hair. If buying foreign demand, it will cost about 36 million United States dollars. The most important thing is the time of transportation, installation, and trial operation will slow down the progress. But then Sun La hydropower, once again proving the inner strength of the Vietnamese who dare to think, dare to be Vietnamese, can make 1,200-ton crane. That is Quang Trung Mechanical Enterprise, which is considered a capable and pioneering enterprise in manufacturing super bridges. The story of 1,000 hairstyle led us to meet the father of the largest bridge system in Vietnam, Mr. Don't listen to him tell the story he created. My athlete. Also in my workshop, Mr. Quang has successfully built 200 tons for only 1/3 of the price if I have to buy it abroad. And 10 acceptance council came down to check, including Mr. Government envoy, direct person, check the quality of the gate system. I am also very impressed. Uncle also. The precision. Did you say? Give the weight. That's too on. Lower the brick. And that brick didn't break. Can't get the lump. Then I did it successfully. But you still haven't. Uncle requested, give me a piece of paper. And can't pull out the paper. And the island, unbroken. Then let him check the accuracy of the crane. And check. Is it safe? 362. 020 to 14,719. A crane drops a rotor weighing thousands of tons into the engine hole that only has room for. So we do it too. Distance is 3 centimeters if crane error. Like the failure of the whole building, the consequences are incalculable after successful implementation. The 1,200-ton crane entered the installation position and waited anxiously for the results of many years of converging. The wisdom and effort of many people is this moment. Everyone seemed to burst with joy when placing a bet. In the position of complete Unit 1, we are now able to demonstrate the strength of our ability, fully mastering Vietnam's technology in the field of hydroelectricity. Sun Law Hydroelectricity is currently the project, with the most divided into 7 sections of type with a total of 1028 sensors. There are different functions, each group of observation devices in charge of a mission. In particular, to ensure the predictability, as well as check the intensity of the earthquake, Sun Law has also been performed. Installation of 11 seismometers in key locations to regularly check information related to the safe operation of the dam. The heart of Sun Law hydropower plant is 6 groups. The type of top-in being used here is turbine type, with impeller diameters up to 8.5 meters. Wing mechanism direction regulates the amount of water from the torsion zone driven by 2 extra-large hydraulic pistons. We were led by the engineers on duty. Explore the factory's operations right under the controls. This vein is the torsion chamber. Approximately 570 cubic meters of water per second will pass through the impeller, which rotates the turbine shaft with a speed of 90.9 revolutions per minute, generating an energy source of 400 megawatts. The generator terminal voltage is 18 kilovolts raised to 500 kilovolts through a step-up transformer. Flowers to the national grid. It is an extremely necessary source of energy for the entire Vietnamese economy. With a total generating capacity of 2,400 instant noodles. The Red Book maintains the plant's operation, which is closely connected to the National Power System Dispatching Center. One of the technological short points of the generator system, transmission transmutation, being applied at Sun Law hydropower plant as the GS system, can be easily understood. It is a closed switching system. Allows transmission of high voltage 500 kV operate in a small space. Right near the high voltage current operating, the engineer can't see him. Continuing to tell us the secret. Conduction, GS. What technology is this technology? Can your brother recommend why we can? Close this close, can I touch here? You can touch. This is the bad pressure of an inert gas. The electricity is very good. Choose this JS solution. Then when we choose the solution is the union. So how big should it be? With the area, it's about 10-15 times bigger than this JS station. But what's important here is with a unit. 400 billion Sun Law district, but stopped due to a small incident. This one distribution station influenced a lot. 400 as well as so that in the process of operation to 13,824 to stop the machine. 024, 14,592 to the electrical technology. Then with the manufacturer's regulations, it takes about 12 years to stop for maintenance once. With the model of transmission from 500 kilovolts transformer station to, they are closed stored applying JS technology to the national power transmission system. Ensure uniform safety and efficiency. Thanks to this technology, the transmission station of Sun Law hydropower plant, quite small in size, entirely located in the transport building. Sun Law Hydroelectric project, an important part, enter the country's mechanical development program set by the government. From the piece, design, then I just joined the side, mostly leads. Exam guide, also expert. Go to a team of experts until 9. Core, paint. We used to be in sync. We still make mechanical engineering in a foreign country. We executive organization, pilot, tone, goods in Vietnam. Planting records of Sun Law hydroelectricity is an extremely important part of work. That is the successful relocation of more than 20,000 households in 3 provinces of Sun Law, arriving at the new place to give way to the lake bed. To serve the construction of Sun Law hydropower plant, the total number of people having to move is more than 20,000 households. Sun Law province accounts for 12,500 households. Quinan Hai district is a typical example. Some households have to relocate more than 200 households to a new safe place more than 70 kilometers away. Guangzhou district. Ladies and gentlemen, I am present at the most beautiful tea hills in Bonglai Commune, Guangzhou district, Sun Law province. What does the story of these tea hills have to do with hydropower? For quarters of you, the owners of this tea hill, those are the households. Relocating from the Sun Law Lake area to here, they settled here since 2007. And now let's come together as a family to see how their real life is now. Leaving the land that has been with me for generations, certainly those who leave it, there will be feelings. But above all, it's serving a purpose of the country. That was also the concern of Du Venchen's early days. The owner of the household was relocated to Quinan. Previously, when that lakebed area in Quinan, my main occupation, we were in the old hometown before. All the water flows together. Just corn. Come back here. The local commune government is right. 497. 027 to 55,520. Back to this. 027. Criticize the land 56. People are very interested. Besides, the government still feeds them for the 3 years picked. I'm so happy. Pity is, tea tree, have a cold. With the less water flow, up there too. Raising cows, 45 steers. It's okay in general. Immigrant life now is also. Here it is. It's stable also. No need to worry about the people. Combined with the migration of national important works, the project has developed transport infrastructure works. Really contribute economic development, Western region society. With the builders of Sun Law hydropower plant, then the relocation is more than 20,000 mainly ethnic minorities, and resettle them in principle. The new place must be better than the old one. It's a big project of the heart. A project that challenges the spirit, great national unity, a great work of humanity. Can say, this is one of the major displacements in migration history. Live. Until this moment, Sweden's Sun Law, the largest and most modern hydroelectric power plant producing large amounts of electricity and the national power grid. One more chance. One more challenge. We dare to build a century-sized project with our own strength. Sun Law hydropower project has confirmed the success of determination, solidarity and wisdom of Vietnamese people.